Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to more fun in Railroader. Angry Ragtimer here. You there, thanks for joining us on this Tuesday evening. If you're out there in YouTube land, please go ahead and hit the like button on the stream. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And in these perilous times of frigid temperatures and everything else, I need all the help I can get. So please hit that like button. It really helps me out. Huge thank you to those who might have already subscribed on the stream. Uncle Sean 84 is followed over on Twitch. Thank you so much for that. And wow, you guys have been active in the chat since I started up. So right now, we're currently at Whittier. A few things have happened. We need to switch out some trains so that way we could take stuff to places. The steel mill is an absolute train wreck right now. So we need to work on that, but there's also a lot of stuff at Bryson we got to deal with. Long story short, there's just a lot that's going on, so we need to try to get that done. Thank you to those of you who have been on YouTube already voting for what we should do. We're going to build some long trains and haul those first, and we'll go from there. And then in a little bit, we'll wait for Midland or General or some of the other folks to potentially join us here, and then we'll talk about the Amherst Railway Model Show, or Railway Hobby Show, that I was just at this whole weekend. So hopefully we'll see how quickly they get here, but should be a fun time. Man, let me try to get caught up on a lot of these chats here. I know you guys are kind of all over the place. We're going to get number 4 out in the meanwhile, and just make sure that all of our stuff is more or less blocked to where we need to take it. So let's get this engine out while I catch up on chat. And WCR is already here. Hi, Sam. Who dat?
Hi.
It's the General, everyone. Hi, the General.
Hi, the Angry Ragtimer.
So let's see who's here. We got Solaris, the long haul rail fan. Awesome to have you here. I am going the wrong way already. Cheese and rice. Okay.
Did I hear you mention WNCRR?
Yes.
I have word of the Lord's valve gear
Oh?
that I didn't realize before. So the other day, Midland and I were watching a video of the Midwest Central Railroad, right?
Uh-huh.
So they have the Surrey, Suffolk, and Southern number 6, which is former Argent number 6. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the little mogul they got, right?
Yeah.
So we were watching it go by, and Midland pointed out it had Southern valve gear.
Oh?
Yeah, so the little mogul that ran on the Argent has Southern valve gear.
Dear Lord.
It's so funny because it's so squished up against the back of the cylinders. It's ridiculous.
God. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Southern valve gear is Bay.
The Lord's valve gear.
Yes. Man, let me get caught up.
Spread
So
its-
let's see. Captain Enzo's here. Hello, JSG. I just completely had a stroke while saying your name. JSJ, hello.
Along of Genius?
Yes. AJ Mercier, hello. Southern 207 Hobbies. Haven't seen you in a bit. Good to have you back. It's an ice hockey rink apparently down in Virginia. Good to know you have a lot of ice down there. I do not have ice up where I am. And it has been very nice dealing with just fluffy snow.
I have
CB
ice.
Train Robber,
It
hello.
sucks.
Nevada County Rail fan here. Oh boy, that could mean trouble. Nicholas Manzo's here. Solaris is asking about the banana split. It's still over there. We'll probably get to it in a little bit here. Chainbreaker
speaking of-
saying, what craziness will happen today? What won't happen today? So,
Speaking of banana splits, I may have gotten a offer on a potential candidate for banana peel.
I'm sorry, what?
Remember we were discussing that the other day?
Yes. Yes.
Hold on a minute. The problem is I'm not sure if it's the correct one.
Oh?
Let's see. Oh, I got outbid, by the way, on those 2 boxcars.
It sent me a email saying the bid just went up on those boxcars. So I did not bid on them. Let me get caught up real quick. Mike Love is here. Hello. Let's see. The big train cometh. Yes. Need more power. Yes, we do. Let's see. People are talking about triplexes for a bit.
If you want to look at my screen really quick.
I can do that real quick. And then we have so much to do and so much to talk about. Oh! What is the... What? Oh, it's a Pico.
So it's a little Pico. It's one of the little Pico clean machines. Now, it's not in the greatest of shape. It's missing, like, the handrails.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's missing some of the detail pieces, like the horn's gone, the handrail's gone, but that just means it's a blank canvas in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I got an offer for $225 for that.
It's not the worst price.
No, it's not terrible, but it could be potentially banana split. But at the same time, I mean, there's this guy down here, which is for sale by trains, which, you know, is in better shape. It's not the right color, but, you know, $277.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that one's RC versus this one, it claims it's RC, but I'm not 100% sure.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Interesting. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get the big trains starting to build here. Get things rolling. Ross rolling.
Line?
Oh. No.
He's dead, isn't he?
He is dead. Ross Roland is dead. Long live Ross Roland. Some people will probably be very upset that people will probably be like, "No, angry. He was a bad guy. Don't talk about him. We're not gonna go any further than that." Okay.
Ross Roland's outside my house. He owes me money.
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully, everyone who is watching right now is staying safe in the snow. Ragtimer is staying safe in the snow, so that's good. We're gonna go ahead and build the big train and then get rolling here, because we've got a lot we can do. So we're gonna use number 4 to build. General, once you get in here, assuming you can get in here.
I'm looking for it and I'm not finding it.
That's right. It's a Tuesday, so. We'll start to build stuff, but should now be the time that I talk about the Amherst Train Show, or should I wait a little bit here?
That is your prerogative, sir.
Well, I'm asking the chat, too. Like, what do you want to talk about? Because there is so much we can. People want to see big trains moving, but it's going to take me a few minutes to build a big train. So, you know. We can, I've got pictures. I've got stuff to talk about if people are ready.
It's still the same calling.
Yes, it is. I might just have to restart the thing. So actually that leads to a good opportunity to look at the show. Okay, people are asking for updates on the show. All right. So, okay. So let's let me bring this up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I will share my screen with you, Hair General.
Live from a studio audience near you.
Yes. And we will all talk about the Amherst Train Show together. All right. So, while we wait for Steam to get caught up, let's talk about.
Wait for you to stop dying.
Yes, well, let's talk about the Amherst Train Show. So, the first picture is actually not from Amherst. This is on the way, and don't worry, people are already asking, did you see this person, this person? We'll talk about that in just a second. So I had mentioned a few days ago, I think probably on the last stream, that I was still dinking around with the Livestream engine and still having problems. So I finally reached out and got in contact with a company called Triple R Services, which is down in outside of Philadelphia, USA. And I emailed him saying, hey, I can bring over the engine to work on this stuff. And he said, okay, here's what I'm going to be here. Ended up making it work. So I show up, and this is what's in the lobby of their place. They have, like, nothing but Aster and AccuCraft and, like, really nice, and I mean real nice, models. Like, look at these look at this goddamn Garrett. Like, that's awesome.
I was gonna ask, is that like the Mount Garrietta or whatever, the little 2-foot gauge 440?
Which one are you talking about? You talking about down there?
That one in the bottom. Yeah,
that is Cornwall and Lebanon Railroad Mount something narrow gauge. So
I think that is the one. It's like the little 2-foot gauge 440.
It might be. So it has some passenger cars, has another 440 back there. I can't. Oh no, that's a mirror. That's a mirror.
That's a reflection.
That is a reflection. I've learned. On the other side, looks like a model of like a Talaflin, like actual engine with a couple of coaches behind it. There's a Southern, looks like either a 260 or a 060, another British narrow gauge, and of course this gosh darn Garrett, which is massive.
It is really. That is a very pretty.
Everything is like immaculate in here, and around the corner in that, which we can't see, and I wish I had taken a photo, is literally Western Maryland Big Six, made by Aster. Aster made that like 15 or 20 years ago, but basically,
came up not too long ago.
But basically, just the whole place is filled with really nice live steam or electric locomotives that are all pristine and well taken care of. So the dude picks up my engine, is literally like, oh, hey, based on what you're telling me in like a quick look, you probably just have a leaking superheater unit, or you have a leak in an O-ring in the pistons or something. He said it should be pretty easy to fix, but it would take a couple of weeks for him to get the work done. And then when he did take a look, he would also look to kind of see what parts he has, because I had asked him about, hey, do you want to also look at putting an axle pump in for the engine? And I said, well, I would love that. And, he said, well, are you also thinking about a tender pump? And I said, not off the top of my head. He said, well, if you're getting the axle pump, you need a way to prime it. And the tender pump, which is the manual way to pump water from the tender into the boiler, is kind of necessary and like helps to make sure everything works well. So I said, okay, give me a quote for that too. So he's going to fix the engine, get it back in working condition, and then give me quotes for installing remote control, adding the tender pump and the axle pump, and then potentially also putting in a battery. That way I can actually run the headlight like a headlight. So
I just thought of something. Engine in question is currently Angry's Discord profile picture.
Correct. What does an axle pump do? The axle pump is, as the wheels spin, like the axle turns, it uses a gear basically attached to it, or a piece of motion attached to it, to then basically just act as a water pump, and it'll just suck water out of the tender. And depending on how you install it, you can also have a bypass valve, where then on the way from the tender, because it's creating suction, it'll either shoot the water into the boiler, or it'll then return the water back to the tender. So you can then fine-tune it for how much water you want to go into boiler, which, long story short, means working injectors, basically. Injector as you move.
They kind of work as you're moving, regardless of your input.
Yes.
Unless you turn them off.
So, long story short, after going in here, I feel very confident in the people I found to do this. Another friend of mine told me they're the best in the biz for working on Livestream, and thankfully I live close enough to them that I was able to drop it off. So we'll keep monitoring that and see what happens as we move forward.
You had also mentioned a possible coal conversion at one point.
Yes, and when I talked with them about that, they actually talked me out of it. They said basically with the boiler, how it's designed, the coal boiler does great, but it's the chassis for that particular engine that doesn't hold up as well with the boiler, like a different boiler on it. So they said, actually keep it butane. And then with the C18 that I'm going to be getting, that one has a much better overall construction, so I should be fine with the coal on that one. So that was encouraging, but I was also glad that they were honest about it and not just like, yeah, give us more work. So there we go.
That also goes a long way for building confidence in the people you handed it off to.
Yes. Because he's like, I don't want to talk myself out of work, but this is really what's going on. Anyways, let's go to the next one. So after dropping off the engine, I headed up to Amherst, which actually is the name of the show, the Amherst Railway Hobby Show. But I got in, dropped off my stuff, and within 5 minutes of getting to my booth, guess who shows up? You know him. You love him. He has a cockatoo as his profile picture on YouTube. It was Heiss. So, got to say hi to Heiss, as well as Leighton, as well as Dusty's friend Jimmy from the Cog. Huh. So, I got to meet Jimmy from the Cog. Very, very nice people. Got to have a little bit of a business meeting with them. And if you watch the Female Foamers videos on YouTube, which I encourage all of you to do, because she did a hell of a lot better job of covering the Amherst show than I did. I am in the first Friday video when she's like going around getting things, and you can actually see me, Leighton, Heiss, and Jimmy from the Cog. So, for
That's
those
cool.
who wonder, I do know Birdman. Birdman and I are friends. We don't get to see each other very often, but it was, good to see him again and got to talk a bit, so that was cool. So, anyways, after getting that set up, then Lauren, the female foamer, came over. We talked with her a little bit. She was great. Got my booth set up, and I started to wander. And I found this booth that has these G-scale bridges. And they're all made out of, like, aluminum or wood. And the company is called Splitjaw. So they make, a lot of stuff out of aluminum. They also make piers and trestles. They have this new thing that has basically, like, plastic or 3D printed bridge parts that then you can like screw in or attach to wood. So, I don't know if necessarily they fit the era that I'm trying to go with for my railroad, but it was a very cool booth, and I was able to talk with them a bit because they focused on G and F scale, and they would know construction techniques and that sort of thing. So
it might, wouldn't it? Because doesn't the broad top have trestles kind of like that?
Well, remember, I'm not trying to model the broad top like that. I'm trying to model White Pass or Rio Grande. We'll talk about the modeling of the broad top here in a little bit, but, there's definitely some potential here depending on how crazy I get. So, it was great to talk with the Splitjaw people. It was good to talk with them. So then, I had some missions that I was on. And the first was to try to find a challenger for a friend in HO scale. I couldn't find one that fit what they were looking for. The second was, there's a set of curves on the Garden Railroad, which is currently buried under a foot of snow, that, is a little too tight for a 10-foot diameter curve, and a little too wide for a 15, which is like Aristocraft and then LGB track. So I started looking around, and I ended up at the Trains booth, Trains with a Z. They had a box of 12.5-foot diameter curves from Aristocraft, but they wanted $350 for it. So I was like, I could probably get that track cheaper, and I don't need a whole box, but I really need like a couple of pieces. So, but while I was in the booth, I started to look at some of the engines they had, and they had a couple of LGB locomotives. So this is a Colorado and Southern 260. They also had some RS1s, some E units, some F units, a whole bunch of different scales and locomotives. I was taking photos and sending the general and to a couple other people just of like, hey, if there's anything of interest, like, let me know. So these are some of the photos I took when I was going from booth to booth. As I kept walking, I found the guys at Our Duck Locomotive Works and talked with Trip, who's the owner. And Trip's awesome. The stuff that Our Duck makes is incredible. I mean, you look at it. Like look at it. It's freaking incredible. Like, look at the quality. So, talk with Trip a little bit. Because
he does all of his own, like, design work and everything.
Yes, he does. So, I talked with him maybe 2 years ago about doing some stuff, and we got to talking, and we have a plan of maybe of reconnecting soon and trying to get some ideas together. I can't really speak much to that right now, but there's some potentials coming down the line. Not Angry Ragtimer branded, but just other cool stuff. So then this is the other end of the table, and you can see that, you know, freaking giant 484s. These are actually G-scale engines here. 080, I think that's a Jeep 38. 464s. There's Cog Railway stuff. There's British stuff. I mean, he's got like a whole bunch of everything. And it's awesome. So
he's got the rolling brick. You can get.
So, Our Duck stuff is awesome. I kind of want to get one of his kits, but I feel like I already have a kit that I need to build first before I tackle anything else. But very cool stuff. So.
It'd be very cool if he made some stuff that was like truly 1 to 20.3 too.
Maybe we'll be talking with him about that.
Maybe. Could be.
All right. Now we come to the part of this that I'm sure all of you are like, uh-oh, what did he do? So, last year, this is 2025, one of the parents of one of our firemen went up to the Amherst show and went to the Amato's Railroad Hobby Store booth. And in the corner, he found this. AccuCraft Painted Brass 2500, 3 for sale, all new. With an unlettered EBT mic out of box. Now, there were 3 of them. They decided they got a deal. They got a couple $100 off. And, ended up opening the box to find out it was not unlettered. It was lettered for EBT 12, which is what AccuCraft painted at the factory for them. So, hence why one went from 3 to 2, and he's got these 2 engines. So I go and find the booth, and I see it, and I'm like, oh, wait, I've heard the story of this guy. I walk over, introduce myself, and I'm like, hey, I'm from the Broad Top. What's going on? And just, caught up a conversation. Told him about what had happened last year, of how he actually had a lettered one, and it was kind of cool. So that was cool. So he has 2 of these. And the one that's below it is brand new in box, never opened. And apparently the story on it was he was selling them on consignment. The dude who owned them has had some health issues and is no longer really able to model in G or F scale. So he's trying to get rid of it. And of all things, he's going into N scale. Which you would think if you're getting worse shape, you might want to build something that's bigger and like easier to carry. I don't know. But long story short, he had these 3 EBT Mikados that he was trying to get rid of. And my suspicion is he got one of EBT 12 and then got 2 other unlettered ones so he could label them 14 and 15. That is my guess, but I don't know the full story. So I ended up talking with him and, basically was like, okay, I'm kind of interested, but I really don't want to pay $2,500 for it. And I knew that he would make deals. So we'll come back to this engine in a little bit. I kept walking, ended up going through a couple of the other buildings, ended up at the LGB booth, which is also Markland Trains. And they had a couple of really cool narrow gauge things. So here's the Nevada Central Railroad with a couple of cars, including a boxcar, coach, combine. They had some Amtrak stuff. They've got some Markland in smaller scales. They also had Wiscasset, Waterville, and Farmington equipment, which I was surprised at. So, look, it's a friend-shaped Forney.
It is very friend-shaped. I love Forneys.
I almost was like, how much for that? But, they basically said, well, the stuff we have here is not for sale. It's more of just awareness, and you could order from your local hobby shop. I was like, darn.
You would think they would bring some stock with them.
You would think that, yes, but like these were really cool cars, and if I was modeling 2-foot, that'd be really cool to to get. So, they had a couple of coaches: Wiscasset and Quebec, Wiscasset, Waterville, and Farmington. Box cars, that sort of thing, but really cool stuff. It's not exactly to scale because it's not 7/8 scale for like the 2-foot stuff, but it's still
the 1 to 22.5, right?
Yeah. All the LGB makes is basically 1 to 22.5, which is like meter gauge in Germany, which is where Lehman Grossbahn or LGB is based. So, but very cool stuff. Love seeing it. Made me be like, man, that'd be really cool to have. On the other end of the room was Pico. Pico, who makes a lot of G-scale stuff. So they were still getting set up when I visited because these photos were from Friday. But you could see they brought a couple of kits with them in a couple of different scales. So I was able to kind of see the box size and some of these. And my mother, of all people, is invested in the Garden Railroad, not for the train aspect, but for how I will decorate it. So she will be getting, for my birthday, which is a couple of weeks away, a listing of like Pico kits that are weather resistant. That would be great in the garden. If she wanted to consider something for that. But they had a really impressive booth. They also had a lot of hands-on stuff for kids, which was awesome. They had a tabletop layout with some of their buildings. They also had 2 on the floor with controllers so the kids could actually work with them. So very cool, and they had a few things for sale. So, Pico, good job on you. I wish I had an opportunity to talk with them, but they were, as you can see, like really busy getting set up when I went past their booth. But very cool stuff. Now we go to the 4th building, and there's more photos in the way, don't worry. These are just kind of taken in the order I took them. They had an area for 7.5 and 7.25 inch gauge live garden, or basically, outside railroading. And they had this little critter, Main Central, with, for some reason, the Pink Panther in either it's a very high-top gondola or a stock car with a bottle of Coca-Cola on it. But
he's chilling.
He's just chilling with a remote control. You also see they had a couple other things. We'll get a little bit better picture of basically a road goose there. Really cool stuff. Here's the other end of the table. They had a State of Maine handmade 7.5 inch gauge Bangor and Aroostook boxcar, and then very French-shaped Ulrich Lumber Company, basically Rio Grande Southern Goose 1, which is a truck body with storage area. So very cool stuff. You can also see in the distance, I'm sorry the photo's a little blurry, big-ass, I think it was a 484 in Livestream, and they had a few other smaller things. You can also see...
That is a big
honking locomotive. Yeah. They also had a whole bunch of layouts, which were really awesome. So it was very cool to see. And then on that layout that was in the photo behind me, I keep walking. I'm like, wait a second. My TISM is talking. It's the White Pass. So this G-scale layout had some people that were getting set up with White Pass and Yukon route. So that's all White Pass equipment that they have there. So box cars, Capiz, couple of diesels, couple of steam engines, a passenger set. They didn't have the White Pass steam engine that I had. They had a Bachmann big hauler, basically. But really cool. You can see
to him on the wind.
Yes, it's like, oh my god, the White Pass.
You just hear it off in the distance.
Yes.
White Pass.
White Pass. Yes. But you can see they have like a whole bunch of like really cool freight trains in the back there. They're getting set up. A lot of awesome buildings, which some of them are scratch built, some of them are like commercially available things. But very cool. Like look at the quality of like this gas station build here with the building and then the track layout. Like it's really cool.
I really like those crossings there.
Yeah, I like them too. They're really cool. I don't think I'd be able to pull them off easily outside. I think I probably could, but I'd have to replace them like every year.
Could help you with that.
Well, there we go.
I could help you with that. I have redwood.
Excellent.
Redwood lasts long.
So, moving along, I moved down a little bit further, and they're running a piece of German equipment, but then there's a freight yard, and in the back of the freight yard, there's like 3 or 4 Shays, Heislers, and Climaxes all back there from Bachman, all custom labeled, just chilling. There's also like 082, like a ruby. There's a couple of cabbage stacks, onion stacks, like just all these shays. And I'm like, shay. But
speaking of which, not trying to derail it, did you see that thing I linked in the other place this morning?
I probably did.
In Real Train Talk on the other place.
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched that yet, but general count of video. But anyways, to give you an idea, this is the layout. Like, it kind of weaves back and forth. This G-gauge layout was massive. So
that's all one layout?
That's all one layout. The stuff on the other side is like N scale or something, but that's a giant G-scale layout, and they all had the curves wide enough for the big equipment. So
I wonder how many truckloads that took to get there.
So lots of cool stuff, like tons of stuff. Let's keep moving. So went back into another building, and then I found the Wiscasset, Waterville, and Farmington guys getting set up. Ended up meeting a couple of them. They're really awesome people. It's a bunch of young people, too, which, frankly, was just really encouraging that the face of the WWNF was people all under the age of 40. So, like, awesome. Like, good on them. Ended up pretty much having dinner with those guys, too. They were great. But this is the front of their steam locomotive number 10. Now, fun fact, I was in the cab of number 10 like 15 years ago. And they're building a new boiler for it right now, which is why the smoke box and smokestack are disconnected and currently away from it. But they had a really awesome display, and I couldn't not take a photo of the smokestack and the smoke box.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't they putting a bigger boiler on?
I believe so, because originally this was built as a 30-inch gauge engine, like for like a sugar plantation somewhere, and now they're making it more closer to real 2-foot gauge. And Canadian Locomotive Logistics, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube. Appreciate it. But again, awesome display. Again, most of these pictures are from Friday when people were still setting up, but I was like, I gotta take photos now because I don't know how busy I'm going to be the rest of the weekend. So, cool stuff, WWNF. I think they did have the light. No, they didn't have the light on because they didn't want to blind people. But it just looks like it's reflective.
Personally, I think that'd be funny.
It would be, but you don't want to blind a bunch of grumpy old white people at a train show. That's all I'm saying.
It definitely would get people's attention.
Yeah. Also, I didn't take a good photo of it, but in the back there's another G-scale layout behind these guys. So, there you go. I went by the Bachman booth, which happened to be in the same like section we were in. And look, there's a giant section of East Broad Top.
I was wondering if that was the Bachman booth.
Yes.
I recognize those cars. I have many of those.
So, the thing that caught me was they had some of the cars that have been like on like permanent back order for months. And I've been kind of, I hate to say pissy with them, but it was like, where the hell are they? They were supposed to be here like a year or two ago. And so they had them, and I politely, yet firmly, was like, hey guys, I went to Broad Top. Are those like final products like ready to go, or like, where are they? And they said, oh, well, these are the factory samples, basically, and we should have the real ones hopefully in about 2 months.
Are those still 2 bays, or are those 3 bays?
There are 3 bays, or there's 2 bays up there. They have 3 bays on the way, but the thing that most people have been asking about is a passenger set. Mm-hmm. So, passenger set hopefully coming soon.
I'm still on the fence if I want to get back into ON30.
Don't. Just stick with one. Do it.
I have a lot of ON30, though.
Hey, I could sell you a little bit of my ON30. Make my money
don't
back
need
from
more. Yeah.
All right. So,
I don't think I need more. I'm already eyeballing another something. We'll talk more about it later.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, EBT stuff at the Bachman booth. So, and then here was my booth. So I was up there representing the East Broad Top. So we had a TV. We had a couple other things. The Rock Hill Trolley Museum also had some shared space on the booth. You can see that behind us was the Railroaders Memorial Museum and Horseshoe Curve. And then behind me was the Everett Railroad, and the Station Inn was off to my right, the left of the picture here. So we had like a micro cluster of East Broad Top, of Central PA railroading, all in one place. So that was very cool. So that was good. And thank you to the couple of people who did stop by. I think 4 or 5 people actually said, "Oh, hey, Angry," and came up to the booth, or like caught me in passing. So, awesome to meet you guys. Thank you. It was kind of weird because that's not really happened to me outside of the Broad Top. So, if I walked past you and you said Angry, I promise I wasn't ignoring you. I did hear you, but I was on my way to get something done. But I know there were a couple people who also stopped by the booth and talked. So,
sorry. My computer decided that it wanted to freeze and not be happy.
Oh boy. So yeah,
I've been out of for about a minute.
Damn, you fool. But yeah, it was cool to have people there. So there you go. When I got to my hotel room, they were giving out chocolates to everybody because they assumed that pretty much everyone in the hotel was there for the train show. So I got a chocolate steam engine as a little gift for welcome to the hotel.
That's adorable.
It is delicious. I've only eaten the smokestack so far. So
you've decapitated it.
I have decapitated the steam locomotive, yes. But it was very nice of the hotel to do that. So after that, a couple of us ended up going out for dinner to this place called the Steaming Tender. So this was just randomly hanging right inside the doorway. Someone had taken a scratch piece of paper, but A number 1 to Portland on the 19. And they just put it behind the sign, put it on a post. And I was like, God damn it, the people with the tism have all shown up. So
I am
amongst my people, yes. And actually, after dinner, I went back. I have Emperor of the North saved in my my Dropbox, so I just ended watching Emperor of the North that night because I was inspired by reading that. So that was cool. That was inside the Steaming Tender. This is the outside of the restaurant. It's actually, I think, a former New Haven or New York Central building. So, and thank you, NC Pilot, for becoming a member. Appreciate you. That's awesome. Always appreciate everyone's support. But they have a whole bunch of baggage carts. They have like a velocipede in like the rafters over there. They had a whole bunch of really cool railroad artifacts throughout the whole place. So if you're ever up near West Springfield, Massachusetts, definitely stop at the Steaming Tender if you want a railroad-themed dinner. All of the waiters and waitresses were wearing bib overalls. And if you happen to have a birthday, they have a steam locomotive bell that they ring. And they basically then sing, "I've been working on the railroad," but like a happy birthday version of it, and give you a sweet treat. And I looked over to the people that I was with, like, don't you dare. Like, don't you even pretend. So, but it was very cool. I would highly recommend it. The food's delicious. Outside of the restaurant, they had a passenger car which could seat 40 people, basically acting as a private room. And then they had this 060 steam locomotive that they had wired up, actually with speakers in the tender, so it's playing music. And then they had the headlight on and the cab lit up. And they're collecting funds to cosmetically restore the engine a little bit better. It's a Porter locomotive. So
that a full-size knuckle?
I don't believe so. That's probably smaller, but
it's got a split for a Lincoln pen.
Yeah. And was people from Southern History and Locomotive Museum there? No. And no one was there from North Carolina Transportation Museum that I could see. But again, steam locomotive, very cool to have that there at the show. So, or nearby the Steaming Tender. They also, again, had like a little freight yard on either side of the restaurant. So there was a couple of like Genesee and Wyoming trains that came past and actually did switching around us while we were eating dinner. And literally everyone stopped, was like, train. Like, everyone there just was like, train. Yes.
Power of the Tism
unite. The power of the Tism did it unite. So, again, Steaming Tender, go eat there. Good food. Back at the show the next day, I wandered around and I started taking more photos. So, I found another G-scale table. They had this Delton 280 of the Denver and Rio Grande, which is 1:24 scale. It looked pretty cool, but Delton is the wrong scale for what I'm doing. I figured I would just take a photo, send it to someone in case they wanted to go see. They also had a chassis system, Lionel engine. Now, believe it or not, Lionel did for a while make G-Scale.
They have
The
very
quality's
funny
kinda-
caboose.
Yeah, they're kind of iffy as far as quality, but they did make it for a few years.
They leaned more into the toy side of things than realism.
Yeah. And then General had messaged me saying, hey, what's up with that Bachmann engine right there? That's a North Pole and Southern engine. So basically labeled as North Pole and Southern. Everyone's like, oh, it's Tweetsy. No, it's North Pole and Southern.
I don't know if I told you or not, but I have something to correct my current not quite Tweetsy locomotive.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I may or may not have bought a new tinder shell for it.
You heard it here first, folks. General and I both have serious problems.
I don't
Very
have a problem. You have a
serious
problem.
problems.
I can stop whenever I want.
And then they had 2 engines for North Pole and Southern, but then one set actually had a set of 3 passenger cars to go with it. So it's kind of cool. Going around the corner from that table, they had a couple of Aristocraft cars. They also had a bunch of LGB equipment. Conoco tank car was interesting. Rio Grande Southern water car was kind of cool. But again, it's slightly out of scale, and I figure if I'm going to stick with something, I'm going to try to stick with like all AccuCraft or, all, Aster or whatever for if I get stuff. But I did take photos to share with people just in case. Also, Campbell Soup boxcar.
To be honest, a lot of that though you can kind of fake it till you make it type thing. It's got to be close enough that unless you're really, really looking super close and holding up a ruler, no one's gonna be able to tell.
Yes.
Although maybe we should make a video on that one day because it'd be very interesting to talk about the difference in size and scales.
Yes. And I have enough equipment that we can easily showcase that easily.
Between you and me, we have enough.
Yes. So, continuing to move around the corner here, you can see Phillips Oil, Gramps tank cars, because there's a difference in size between like Bachmann Big Hauler, Bachmann Spectrum, LGB, unlayered cars. They had a Bachmann Big Hauler, Rio Grande stock car down there.
I think the Bachmann Big Hauler is actually the same as LGB. I think it's the 1 to 22.5.
Maybe. We'd have to ask Dark Rider Zero. He might know. But
yeah, probably.
But, more cars. They actually had 4 logging disconnects or logging cars, all from Bachmann Big Haulers.
I missed the bacon car. I wanted that.
I'm sorry.
Car.
Hold on. Yeah, I haven't noticed. It's the Berkshire Ham and Bacon.
I just noticed that. If I had seen that, I would have said, I want that car. I don't care how much it costs. I want that car.
Well, it was $60, so. Florence and Cripple Creek, Big Hauler, a few other things.
Steam Donkey's kind of cool.
Yeah. Steve Donkey is cool. But they had a lot of different stuff to look at. Going around the corner from there, a lot of Aristocraft, some Delton cars as well. Pico.
I have that Delton EVT car.
There you go. So, bunch of really cool things. Going around the corner, a couple of Caboose, a couple of German engines, parts locomotives that you could just use to fix up stuff. Now, we have talked about this company before. This is Bantam Model Works. So these are the guys who I bought my my roundhouse from that I'm still constructing and I need to get back to. But look at that Allison Depot. That's the finished product of one of his kits, and that is beautiful. It really is. Mm-hmm. So that is in the back.
He does good work.
He does really good work. So this is in the back of my brain of maybe one day once I get the roundhouse done, maybe that would be a cool other building to build. He also had like a warehouse, which was really cool. It was really good to actually see this stuff in person because some of these kits I was like, well, I don't know if I really want it. I don't know what the quality of the build's going to look like, but now I've seen them. And Bill Banta's a really great guy. BantamModelWorks.com. Go check it out. Not sponsored, but would love to be sponsored maybe.
Could be.
Could
Yeah.
be.
Hey, you have his contact.
Yes. But then you could see some of the other buildings. He had kits in pretty much every scale. All of these are F scale, G and F scale. So you can see he's got barns, he's got stations, he's got random stores, gas stations. I think that's the same gas station from
I think it is.
from that other layout. He's got Western-style buildings. He's got Eastern-style buildings. Around the corner was this mine mill, and he's making one of these in F-scale.
That's the big, like, stamping mill thing,
Yes.
isn't it?
And he also makes stuff for the Friends of the East Broadtop. So it's kind of hard to see through there, but that is the Rock Hill Furnace Sand Tower and Sand House back there. He also has started to offer the Rock Hill Furnace-style water columns. So
that's cool.
Very cool. He doesn't have them F-scale, but he has them in smaller scales. But again, very cool. Go check it out. His stuff is really good quality. And you get to build it yourself, so you get the satisfaction of building and completing that project.
Kind of like the joy of painting, the joy of building.
Exactly. He is indeed the
It's
Bob
like-
Ross of model building.
It is like Legos or 3D puzzles, just more fiddly.
Yeah.
A lot more glue.
So between the buildings, as I was walking through, they had this really cool CR&E or CR&L bus, but next to it was just this train installation company that had a freaking van that they just put a smokestack and a bell on. So I thought that was funny.
Steam dome.
Yeah, the steam dome. Bit different, but really cool. And you can kind of see like
commit to it.
they did commit to the
They
bit.
did the whistle.
Yeah, that'd be the next step. So we'll see. Now this was, I didn't take a lot of photos of layouts because I knew I would get sucked in and I really didn't have a lot of time. I was trying to kind of breeze through to look for stuff before heading back to my own booth to rep. But really cool backdrops, really cool hand-built like buildings. So this was like a whole like mine and mill area, which was really cool. And then going down further, like you could see the quality of some of these layouts that people have built. It's just incredible. This was, I think, HO scale. It kind of makes me wish I had stuck with HO, because then I could do a lot inside. But nope, chose the big stuff that goes outside. So the big train go burr.
You've made your bed now. Lie in it.
Damn right I will. So
Maybe not right now. It's a little cold.
Yeah, a little cold.
Snow, a little wet.
But yeah, like again, like the quality of some of the buildings here looks so great. It really does. Just really cool stuff.
I wonder if at one point that crossover was functional and then they tore it out.
Maybe, but I like how it also because it looks like they actually just replaced it because you look at the quality of the track. Maybe at one point they did, but it was causing problems, but they left the scenery in. So, because now it has a truck ramp or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I went back to the LGB booth, and by the time I did, they had 2 Shays out. And these are their new high-end line of Shays. So I like how they also spelled, because it's German, Lokomotive, Lokomotive.
Mm-hmm.
But this one was Roaring Camp at Big Trees. And there have been YouTube videos starting to come out, because they literally just started shipping these maybe a few weeks ago, and people have just been getting them. But this model was beautiful. So it was
very
really cool.
pretty.
But
Very pretty chooch.
And maybe if I can control myself for a while, I would eventually turn around and get something like this, but I've got too much invested in other stuff, which we'll get back to here in a little bit. But
Yeah.
but really cool. I did ask her if there was a show price on that, and again, she said it's just for show. But then their actual like factory model of unpainted brass was in the back. It's really cool. So it's a big
Wait,
Shay.
it's brass?
Well, it's brass and plastic, but yeah, it's really cool.
Okay.
They made these to last, so cool Shay go burr. Went back to the booth for the bridges, and I saw they had this girder, and I was going to almost make an offer on. I'm like, no, I don't know what I'm building yet for bridges. I'm not going to do that. But they tried to showcase that they could also do stuff in different scales, so they had some track from G scale and O scale. That was cool. Some people know in the Heist cinematic universe, a few other people who are involved. This is the guy who's known as Caboose. So I had dinner with him. Pancakes for Mayor, which you also might know in the Railroader world as Pancake Locomotive Works. So I had dinner with them, the Garbly Publishing Company folks, and then the volunteers and people of Toy X. So there were like 30 of us who went out for dinner on Saturday night. And the restaurant we went to is called Notch 8 Grill. Again, train themed. There was a former New Haven station, I think. That still had active tracks. So again, every time a train went by, we're like, oh, train. But they had a custom menu for all of us. I had the New York strip as well as the seasonal cheesecake, which was a salted caramel cheesecake. It was delicious.
Ooh,
But that's Caboose holding there. Also got to have dinner with Nick Ozerak, who has done some video editing with Streamliner Media. That's his company. So you've seen that from the Strasburg Railroad, and Heiss has used him a couple of times. So that was nice, but it was kind of a fun evening there. On the wall was a piece of an old New York, New Haven, and Hartford engine, or a passenger car. But New Haven, whatever. The whole restaurant was train themed, so...
Certain man from New Jersey wants to know your location.
Yes. So that was cool. Went back to the Bachman booth, and guess who it is? It's Thomas the freaking Tank Engine.
With the hook couplers. Look at that.
Look at his face.
He's staring into your soul. His
at
eyes are not looking at the same spot.
Wouldn't it be creepy if the eyes moved right now while we were zoomed in?
But I just noticed neither of his eyes are looking in the exact same place.
Yeah, they're a little
He's got
off.
A lazy eye.
Yeah. There was a model of Emily as well, like around the corner, but I didn't want to take a photo of that. I was like, Thomas. Chumish. You must go to the Shadow Realm, Chumish.
You must run on the broad top, Chumish.
Yes. So, now let's go back to that EBT engine. So now we're at Sunday morning. The show is pretty much dead because the giant snowstorm that hit the East Coast had reached Amherst by the morning. And so I would say like 60 to 70% of all the vendors had already left by this point. And I went back to the booth and I said, okay, look, I've been thinking about this. I'm going to make a stupid low offer and just see if the guy takes it. And so I went up to him and I said, hey, look, this is what I'm interested in. I'll give you this price for it. And he says, well, again, I'm trying to kind of sell this on consignment and make some money for the dude. Can you go a little higher? He gives me a number. I meet him in the middle, and we shake on it. Not to reveal how much I spent, but I basically got it for half of the original asking price. So the thing that I didn't notice until afterwards, which General quickly pointed out, was that it's serial number 2. So I got the second made East Broad Top number 12 unlettered electric engine.
Well, you should ask the fellow who got the letter 12 if it's serial
number 1. Yeah, just to see.
Yeah.
So this box was originally for 2011. So the engine's from 2011. Apparently this guy had it shipped him in 2014. But I am now the proud owner of serial number 2, East Broad Top number 12, unlettered in electric. And my plan is I already have a Blue Nami chip in my house that I can have someone install. And then I did reach out to the company that makes model decals for the Friends of the East Broad Top, and I said, hey, I need 15 in the 20.3. Can you do it? Sure, it's $12. Deal. Make them. Send them my way. So, I'm hoping that the decals reach me soon. I'm then going to take the one set of speakers that I have left, the Blue Nami card, and that to someone local, and they're going to go ahead and get it all set up on Blue Nami for me. And I will then have a model of EBT-12, letters is 15.
Are you going to go ahead and jump and get the option for battery?
I think I am. I've been thinking about it. I think it makes sense to have it run on battery or track power. And there's a switch you can usually do in the tender, so you can do that.
There you go.
Are you judging me right now?
No, I'm happy for you. Just someone told you before you should have done your other locomotives like that.
God, people. But yeah, I own a model of EBT-12 now. But I'm gonna letter it for the 15 and number it the 15 because, like I've talked about before, Ragtimer only gets stuff for his layout that has some sort of personal connection. And while I can see the 12 any day I want, the 15, which for the sake of a model train looks pretty much the same as the 12, it's a little bigger in real life, but not by much. The 15's the one I rode behind the EBT the first time. It's the one my grandfather and I rode, and it's also the one that I operated when they had the Engineer for an Hour program way back in the day. So that'll be, it'll mean a lot to me. I got it for a really good deal, and it's gonna fit well on the layout. And for those who are like, but Angry, now you need a whole bunch of EBT hoppers and you need EBT Bastard cars. No.
Yes.
But if anyone wants to, Solaris, yes, you're. I am gonna put a keep alive in it. But if anyone wants to help with the Ragtimer needs therapy fund for what he just did, Ragtimer appreciates your love and support. That's all I'm saying. Because the other thing I found out while I was at the show was there's a model train company that's kind of nearby where I live, called Railroad City Trains, and the owner ended up getting a booth in one of the buildings, and I talked with him because he's the guy who put the stuff in my Goose, and he said, "Hey, AccuCraft just emailed me this week. The coal-fired C-18s are shipping soon, and they should be going out to people in March." Which also means that General's engine that he pre-ordered, which is also a part of that batch, is coming sometime by March. Or by March, in March, something like that. They're on the boat, is basically what it comes down to. They're on their way from Japan. Mm-hmm. So, very exciting stuff. But that means that that's coming sooner rather than later. So, here we go. But yeah, new locomotive in Angry's house. And we'll do an unboxing video for that at some point. And yeah, Build a Funky. I mean, all of what I have, I'm trying to have as memories and being able to tell my railroading story with people who might visit or people who are seeing this layout. So, everything has a purpose. Everything is not just arbitrary of, ooh, pretty engine or pretty car. Let's talk about this. KD, the coupler company, was giving out keychains of their G-scale couplers. You could buy one for $4 or $3 or 3 for $10. And I ended up getting one from a friend. So now I am now a proud member of the Church of the Slackened Pin.
I thought it was the Secret Society of the Slackened Pin.
Sorry, that was the Secret Society of the Slackened Pin.
Although it's not so secret anymore now that you've announced it.
Well, for those who have the coupler, you know, because there's a secret handshake to prove you remember. So I am a proud member of the Society of the Slackened Pin. And also, finally, last photo I've got before we get back to Railroader here. So by Sunday midday, the snow is coming down something fierce. And there's already like 8 to 10 inches or actually a foot of snow on the ground by the time this photo was taken. So I ended up shutting down my booth around midday on Sunday because it was like there was no one coming in. The snow's getting worse. And basically it was like either I can leave now and be with people I know in a safe place, you know, having food and drink, or I can tough it out, not talk to anyone, and let the snow get worse and potentially have me stuck at the show. So I ended up leaving early on Sunday because everyone else was, and ended up camping out in the downtown Marriott in West Springfield with Heiss and the Female Foamer and the folks from the Garbly Publishing Company and the people from Toy X, the Danbury Railroad Museum, Leighton, Jimmy from the COG, and a bunch of us. So we all just started camping out there, and we had some great food and drink and swapped stories, and we're just a bunch of shitheads too, just having fun. So this was a picture maybe around 7 o'clock of the snow. Ended up staying out with them for a little while after the picture was taken, but then went back to the hotel and then drove back. So it was a great trip. Again, thank you to everyone who met up with us while I was up there. It was really cool to meet you guys who were there. I will probably be going back next year. Not sure if the EBT will have a booth, but I will personally be going back because I think it's awesome. So, we'll see how we go with that. In general, I'm getting the save up right now. So,
If you divert your attention to a certain place.
Sir, why? General is now sending me links to eBay for these broad top bombers.
You're welcome.
So
I can send you more if you want.
no, I have a. Remember, there's a whole bunch of them that got donated to the railroad last year, and if I ask nicely, the powers that be will just let me borrow them.
Yes, you can borrow them, but these you can own. And then you could have even more hoppers.
So
Think about it.
yes. So we'll see. Well, we're back to Railroader. Let's get back to what we were doing before, which is building big trains. That way we can move some stuff with some power. The server is up. And thank you again for letting me monologue for the past... God, that was almost like 45 minutes to an hour about Amherst. It was an awesome show. And I hope that...
you're pretty good at it because you have like 50-something people watching.
Yeah, and I hope that if you guys like model trains and you're looking for an opportunity to do something like that, go check it out. So...
About it.
So yeah. So we'll go ahead, switch this out, and see what we can do. Is that switch set for me? Yes, it is, thank God. So, depending on what you want to do, General, there's... we have some... I'm going to try to move a big train here as soon as I get it switched out up to Kirkland. There's a lot of stuff that needs to happen at the steel mill if you want to work on that.
Okay.
There's also the Bryson Yard, which needs to be switched out, and a train started from there heading east. Or at least a lot of switching, too, that'll happen. And I think there's also materials, frankly, that are up at Walker that need to be brought down or worked with. So there's no shortage of stuff for us to do, is what it all turns down to.
Wonderful. Also, I'm guessing Bala Ben is probably the same person as Steam Lance. Because they mentioned they posted a picture of a book they bought in the server, and this is the first one I see, and it says Steam and Thunder in the Timber, Saga of Forest Railroads.
Ooh, 500-odd pages about logging railroad. You can't go wrong with any book about logging.
Never. I may or may not be actively reading through a book about a logging railroad right now. You have no proof. Well, not at this exact moment, but... Where am I? Who are you? Why am I here?
Yes.
Why is number 5 in the middle of a cut?
Because I was going to use 5 and 10 to pull the big train west.
It's got stuff on the front of it.
Yes, because I was hauling stuff that I was getting on the way to come to Whittier, and then it would go from there. Yes, now you know why I have many problems.
You have those anyways.
Hush. You know too much.
You know not enough.
Yes. And JSJ is asking, so how was the storm in your area, General?
Disappointing. I can't speak for everyone, but I know I didn't lose power. A lot of other people I talked with didn't lose power. They were originally calling for us to get like over 2 feet of snow, like pure 2 feet of snow. And we ended up getting closer to around, I guess, 10 or 11 inches. But it wasn't pure snow. It was snow mixed with ice, which has been the bane of my existence since then. Because I have nearly fell and busted my ass several times. Because I don't know if you know this or not. People bust on the South for not being prepared for snow and stuff. You don't get it. What happens is that what will typically happen is we'll have like a layer of ice or fluffy stuff. Then we'll have some of the nice snow, maybe a little bit of nice snow, maybe a little ice mixed in with it. And then there'll be just a crusty coating of ice on top of it. Now, the first day after the storm, a lot of that stuff underneath the ice on the roads melts. Then it gets down to like 8 or 9 degrees at night, and it refreezes, and it just becomes a solid sheet of ice on the roads. And this is what has become the bane of my existence for the last little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I told you or not, but I tried to be responsible and like shovel snow off of my driveway, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm the only one who did it, apparently. And my apartment complex did absolutely nothing in terms of road prep.
That's
So when I cleared off my driveway, guess what happened?
it froze again? Or you got blocked
All
in?
of the water, all of the water that melted off of the road flowed into my driveway and then froze solid. I had about 2 solid inches, no, probably close to 3 solid inches of ice frozen around my tires this morning. Because the like road kind of goes down into a dip, and it forms like a dip between the front of my driveway and the road, and all that water just pooled there, and like the bowl that I had essentially made when I cleared my driveway. So that was fun.
Yeah. Thankfully,
Anyways,
up in Amherst, well, not even Amherst, just in general,
and me?
up at let me finish. Let me cook. Up in Massachusetts, they were actually really good at plowing the roads and plowing the parking lots. So by Monday morning, when I was planning on leaving, the roads were bad, but they were not impassable. And the further I got away from there, the better the roads got. So, except when I crossed into Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania around Port Jervis did not know how to take care of their roads. But once I was past all of that, then it was great. But it took me about 8 hours, but I finally got home and just kind of settled back into the routine. But, I'm glad to be back. I've done a lot of traveling over the past few weeks, and I am very much ready to not travel many places for the next bit of time. So, there you go. So in the meanwhile, we'll continue to build our big train, and we'll get some big power moving. General, where'd you end up?
I am currently at the steel mill.
Excellent.
Because this is a mess.
And whose fault is it? That's right, Solaris, the long hauler rail fans.
Yes.
Thank you, Solaris. Also, screw you, Solaris.
All your fault. Does this locomotive not have a name on it?
Which one? Number 1?
Number 2.
Oh. It says banana train on both sides.
Oh, my computer, I think, is just being stupid. Why are there so many cars? Wait, is this tier 5?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's what was demanded from the peoples. And if you wish to make our lives easier, please consider telling us that we're a bunch of idiots for trying to do stuff on tier 5. I would honestly love to reset...
that kind of goes without saying at this point.
Reset it down to like tier 3 or something. It'd be really nice to have it at tier 3. And reset Kirkland down to 3 as well.
Because I can imagine, I can guarantee you that this right here is probably where a lot of my lag is coming from.
Yes.
Oh, that's odd. Okay. It's only displaying the banana train text on one side of the locomotive.
Yes, that is a common problem.
How much can the new banana train pair haul?
Well, one of them could haul 10 cars, so I'm assuming that both of them can haul 15 to 20.
So, realistically, I didn't have to split this at 7 cars then.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going back for more.
Yes. And the
Also,
NC pilot saying, and what did we learn, General? That's right, never do any work.
Never do any work, yes. Words to live by.
Yes. Now the question
Just
becomes, with the power that I've got, should I just go ahead and do one trip up to Kirkland, get all the stuff down from Kirkland, build one big train that's all going to Epps Springs, and then take all the Epps Springs stuff at once?
I was looking at earlier, there didn't seem to be a whole lot at Kirkland, just when I looked.
Well, I have to take a full train up there either way, and all the cars that are up there are all blue. They're all going the same place. I'm not going to dig out the 2 red cars, but at least...
Sure, why not?
You know.
You know what? Sure, why not?
Because there's also a couple cars that need to go east. But I'm not going to run those east just because. And I've got heavy power. I've got the 5... No, not the 5. The 6 and the 7004 station at Dillsboro to act as the heavy power to get back to... what's it called?
Back to what's it called?
Yeah, to Silva.
Also, just so you know, I am going to attempt hauling 25 cars up the hill.
The hill.
The hill.
And for those who are asking when Midland will join, we don't know. Midland, his work schedule has now been a little all over the place, which is a good thing for him because he's working a lot. He's getting some good money. But that also means that we don't know when to expect him. So I hate to leave it vague, But, you know, maybe he will, maybe he won't. So, we'll see.
What's the safe speed around this curve?
Like 15, maybe.
Oh.
Right, I'm going to go ahead and shove these cars in the loop there. And then we have to get these cars out to get the sleigh micas that are going west. And then the rest of the Kirkland cut here.
Oh, that's not where I want to go.
Ozempic.
O'Reilly.
And,
Auto part.
oh my god, JSJ saying, drop it back down to tier 3. Holy crap. Well, thank you, JSJ. We're going to do that.
Uh-oh. Okay, good to know. The pair can, in fact, restart a 25-car train on the hill.
That's good. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Everything else is at tier.
Where the heck?
I'm going to go ahead. We're going to get a lot of penalties out of this, but I think it's a necessary evil.
Evil Knievel?
Just to save us a little bit and deliver us from evil.
Knievel?
Yes.
Okay,
Evil
so
Spindle.
I want to run the other way, not the way that I'm going, which is unfortunate. Because that means I'm going to have to back down the hill slightly. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yes.
Every now and then, my game kind of lags, so the bell just kind of pauses for a second, then it frantically catches up with itself, so it's just like...
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Loan above or below 200,000. Let's check real quick. I believe it is still above. I'm going to keep the balance of 5 something, though, because we're going to have to pay some penalties for lowering our stuff. Meanwhile, let's go over here real quick. Here's some heavy power that we need to take care of.
Also, is it getting lighter or darker?
It's getting darker out. Real quick, we're going to go ahead and cause this problems. And we're going to put the ass of our train onto that. So that'll go while we control number 4 here.
Is that string sitting there in the middle of the tracks? Oh, no, wait, never mind. It's good.
And did you max out my membership? Yes, I did, Solaris. Yes, I did. And Justin Cummings, it was good. We actually just wrapped up talking about my trip here on stream. So if you want to go back in the time frame, you'll be able to hear all about it. So. All right. Let's get those on there. And we'll get that rolling. Now, I have a couple of red cars over here that need to go to Silva. I'm not taking them yet. Those are going to require a lot of switching. So, maybe someday. Oh, completely unrelated to trains. Did you see that Cartoon Network's going to start airing Ed, Edd n Eddy again on Adult Swim?
No. What?
Yeah, you heard me. They're bringing the Ed Boys back.
Ah, Ed Boy. Life has many doors.
Life has many doors, yes?
I have not.
We did not coordinate that. That just happened.
I have not watched Ed, Edd n Eddy in a long time. It is the hat of discipline. Were you born in a cave?
Yes.
Didn't it end with I forget. Didn't it end with like
Ed, Edd n Eddy Big Picture Show where they met Ed's bigger brother, or like Eddie's bigger brother, and he's an absolute dick.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, like everyone ends up on their side, right?
Yeah, they all come together. It's classic one, Solaris, but it's still like very good news.
So it's not like new episodes, it's the old episodes.
It's the classic episodes, yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, get this all taken care of here, and then we're going to spin around number 5 and 10, and then get them on the Kirkland cut, take care of that, and then build the big train here at Whittier, and we'll get cranking all the way down to Epps Springs before figuring out what local switching we'll have to do after that. So we shall see. Now, I will also add, unrelated to trains, but if you're a music lover like I am, I do have a gig coming up in a couple of days, if you are so inclined. I will be down at the Huntington County Arts Council in Huntington, Pennsylvania, which is kind of near Altoona, doing a gig where I'm playing for a couple of silent films with live music. So that is at 7 o'clock this Saturday down in Huntington, PA. Tickets are on sale. I think it's like $20 for an adult and $12 per kid or something like that. So if you're anywhere near the area and want to come out and see Angry in person with a concert, come check it out. If not, no biggie either. But, you know. So, let's see here. Trying to think of the best way to switch this. Let's go ahead. I need to move those other cars while we're here, so we're going to go ahead and have that move backwards. We're going to go ahead. And we're
there's... Why are there Silva mine cars up here?
I don't know.
There's Kirkland mine cars up here.
Oh, yeah, those are going back to Kirkland.
Oh, those are the captive...
Yes, captive service cars. But I didn't have any room down there to move them to get to the Kirkland spots, so...
Gotcha. So for clarification, after today, these are going back to Tier 3,
correct. Both Kirkland and the steel mill are going back to Tier 3.
Wonderful. I didn't mind Kirkland so much. Kirkland is,
Coal.
Coal.
Roll the coal.
Roll.
Yes.
However, the steel mill hurts my soul.
And our frames.
Yeah, and my frames. My computer.
Yes.
My poor ailing computer. I hate to say it, but there's a lot of cars here that I think are going to have to just get stuck in the yard.
That's probably what's going to happen, is like, we'll get whatever we can out and then go from there.
Like, not even able to stick it somewhere. That's the problem.
Yes. Okay. Train sets are almost made up. Let's go ahead, get you coupled. Shove you back a hair. Is that train going around? Whoa, okay. Well, that's going to be interesting here in a second. Freaking AI bullshit, motherfucking Tom Jones in the picture show.
What? Tom Jones in the picture show? What?
I don't know. I'm losing my brain.
Apparently, I guess Amherst was too much to handle.
Yes.
Watch this. Money!
I like money.
I like money. And what inspired you to open the second location right next to the first one?
Money?
Money.
Okay, we're just going to plop these on this little bypass track for the moment. Because I don't know where else to put them. But that'll allow us to move the cars that we need to move to the places we need to move them to. Wait, I'm sorry, what is it? What the fuck are those engines doing? Fuck you. Stop.
What?
The auto engineer is being dumb. I'm taking over.
Stupid AI.
You made me look bad. Ooga booga booga.
Booga booga booga. Is this how the rest of the night's gonna go? We're just gonna keep referencing
Yes.
Cartoon Network cartoons.
Yes, that is exactly how this is going to go. Well, since we are about an hour and a half in, thank you again to everyone who is tuning into the stream and enjoying our little shenanigans here. If you are new here, do consider liking the stream, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to the channel if you're new. Huge thank you to everyone who is a channel member, either on YouTube or Twitch. Appreciate all the subscribers over on Twitch. So, you guys are cool. You guys are great. You can quote me on that. So.
It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. I can't see anything underneath this stupid awning. Alright, so you go there, and then you go to the... What?
You go to the Shadow Realm.
Why did I just hear another dismal?
There shouldn't be.
I don't think that was the mill.
The mill does make noise.
I know, but it's normally like just a pure air horn, isn't it?
I thought so.
That sounded like multi-chime.
Now that I can't help you with, Chief, but
I'm hallucinating.
yeah. And Solaris, yeah, you're saying it right. Nick from Vegas saying, for every 500 donated, Angry will spend 5 minutes in first person. I mean, Angry will spend any time in first person, $1 a minute, if people bequeath it. I just know that JSJ does not like me in first person, so I didn't do it when JSJ did. However,
For only $5 a day, you too can keep an angry ragtimer out of first person.
That is very true. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to turn these two engines around and then head up to the place. So let's make sure our switches are set for that place. In fact, I'm going to be lazy and
What?
put that there. What happened?
These things are being stupid.
Never been stupid before.
No, it's just... So there's like 6 identical cars, and I thought I clicked on the correct one to see where it was going, which track it was going on. But no, apparently I clicked on the one behind it. So I just shuffled these cars around to a different track for no reason.
Wolf.
Because these two have to go to the blast furnaces on the High Line.
The High Line.
The High Line.
The line that made you high.
It's the High Line, man.
Dear Lord.
Alright, so how does one get to the High Line? That's the dumping point, isn't it?
That is the dumping point.
I don't wanna.
That's where General goes to take a dump.
I am gonna take a dump here in a second. What are these?
Whoa, he said it, everyone. You heard it here first. General's taking a dump.
Here? Oh, you have to shift it. That's stupid.
General's learning the intricacies of the steel mill.
I mean, it's cool, but it's... Model Railroad Simulator. It's very cool. I don't know how realistic it is, but it very much reminds me of a Switch puzzle layout.
Yes.
Not gonna lie.
That's like what it was made for. Heist just got home today, so Heist will probably not live stream until next week for Mikado Monday. I can't promise anything else, but Heist was filming some content as well. I'm not Heist's keeper. I did hang out with Heist a fair amount over the weekend, but I am not his keeper. Yes, the split banana is getting the job done.
It's the bananas. What do you expect?
Yes.
The Banana Express expect nothing less.
Yes.
Although I still dislike how you have these things arranged.
Me?
Yes.
What did I do?
They're front to front, nose to nose.
That was decreed by Solaris.
I know it was, but I still dislike it.
Heist flew to the show.
Yeah, that'd be an awful long way to drive for a train show.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go get me some water here in a second. So I will be back momentarily.
Yes. Yes, indeedy Rooney.
Yes. All right, I'll be back in a few.
Okay. Okay, let's see. We're good there. Are our switches lined? And Glamvoy, hello. Glad to have you here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead get these Kirkland cars up to Kirkland things. Are they all hoppers? I think so. Well, that'll make it easy for drop off then. So that's good. And then we'll keep going from there. So let's get this going here. Oh, so I can't hear the bell as well as I want. What tier is Kirkland? It's currently on tier 5, but we're turning it back down to tier 3. Because it's a little bit of a beast to deal with. So currently it's on tier 5, but it'll be reset to tier 3.
I'm back.
The horror. Fuck! Oh, wait, no, we're good.
Did you call me the whore?
No?
Likely story.
I thought I didn't go on the right track for a moment, and that would have made me sad.
Also, I am regretting my actions.
Oh, what has he done now?
I ate Zaxby's tonight.
Oh, you got to take a poop.
No, not that bad. However, I ate Zaxby's tonight. I ate way too much. But B, every time I eat Zaxby's, it feels like I can. It almost feels like I can actively see the water leaving my cells. I just feel like a dehydrated rat.
He is. You heard it here first, folks. General is a dehydrated rat.
Yes.
All right, we're going to quickly fill up on coal for the number 5 here. The Yukon Cornelius.
Ah, yes. I forgot I renamed it that.
Go ahead and close that. That's just sitting there. Yeah, number 5 needs a little bit of coal, so we're going to go ahead and get number 5 full of coal here. We got a couple other cars we could switch out while we're here, but I'm not going to worry about it. Now, let's see. That's doing fine. And lots of steel mill. All the steel mill. What's the biggest locomotive we have? Either the ST40-2 or this 482 from Raider. Probably what we have.
I think the 482 is the biggest, isn't it? No. We have the S1.
Do we?
Pretty sure.
Oh yeah, we have. The M2 is what you're thinking of, I think.
Oh, the M2, not S1. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those combinations of letters and numbers.
Yes. Okay, so let's get that coal filled in. Thankfully, we've got tons of coal in here. And this hopper is slowly unloading. So hopefully it shouldn't take us too long to get refilled on coal for number 5. And then we don't have to think about coal and water for a bit. So we'll be able to do most of the other runs that we need to tonight.
That would be good.
Yes. Is there a Pennsylvania T1 mod? I think someone's making one, but I've not seen or heard anything about it.
I'm pretty sure someone's making one.
Yeah. And Glamboy, yes, we are the suffering Southern. We all suffer on this railroad.
And I bring the Southern.
Oh God, I'm in a diesel. No, I'm not in a diesel.
Are you
I guess,
in the diesel? Or were you...
my character model was in the diesel.
Oh, were you in my diesel?
No, I was in the diesel that is currently down at Silva waiting to die.
Oh, the SD40.
Yes. Dash 2.
Ah, yes, the best dash.
But why? Oh, I don't think I've talked about this on stream. You know what was really weird yesterday?
What's that?
So I got home, and the door leading out of my house from my deck was open. Like, there was no sign of entry, but, like, the door was just open. Like, no snow had blown in, but I assumed that somehow in the storm, like, the wind blew my door open. And it just wasn't latched, I think, well. So that was a little weird. But I did check everything. Nothing's missing. Nothing's, out of place. There's no criminals hiding behind my bookcase waiting to jump me and shiv me. But it was very, very strange. But that was a little weird because I found that when I got home yesterday.
That is kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, let's go. Let's roll. Big trains keep on moving.
Is that train bound for glory?
It will be soon.
Alright. There's a lot of stuff here that's bound for Epps Springs.
Well, if you can get it to the, even the passing sighting at, whatchamacallit, at Gov Island, I can grab it the next time I come through, which will be in probably about half an hour.
I cannot guarantee I'll have it ready by then, but I can try.
Yes. And cool photos of the 15, Grim Reaper. Thanks for sharing. Oh God, we're moving fast. We're going 45 miles an hour with the 5 and the 10 right now.
Are you doing a fast freight?
Yes, fast freights, as God intended.
Yeah, I can feel my body actively dehydrate. I feel like I'm mummifying
Zumba
as we
food?
speak. Yeah, Zaboomafoo.
Yes. And Mighty Titan class, welcome. It's time for the fast freight. And soon we will have big trains. Whoa, we're leaning. No, I will not slow down. We have to... Oh, God! Take damage.
Don't break my locomotive!
Not the locomotives. These are just freight cars.
That's the locomotive I like. Don't put it in the dirt, please.
I'm not.
You say... However, I'm not super inclined. Boy. I love this back and forth motion. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yes,
In
you
the
do.
switch, out the switch. Over the switch, through the switch. Now this switch. Now you switch here. Now put this car in this spot. It's kind of like that game where they hide the pebble under the cup and you have to keep track of where it is.
Yes. Look, they're not our cars. So if they get damaged before delivery, you know, that's just a risk of the game.
That comes out of the customer's pocket, not ours.
Exactly.
You see, we pass the expense directly to the consumer, no middleman.
Yes, we are slightly...
Slightly.
We are slightly. We are slightly going fast.
Okay. That was a little desyncy. Okay, I need to clear like 2 tracks down there. I haven't even finished clearing 1 track yet because I'm having to do so much switching inside of the steel mill just to get these few cars delivered.
Yes. Okay, I should probably start slowing down.
You're already at Ella.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 minutes my ass.
Well, remember, I had to come back down, go back to the place.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're going to Kirkland. Yeah,
Correct.
I forgot about that.
Yes. And $5 from Mr. Demon Blade saying, "How was your experience with the storm? I've been stuck at home since Saturday because my delivery is frozen in Tennessee."
There is a non-zero chance your delivery is literally frozen in Tennessee.
Correct.
Tennessee, from what I heard, Tennessee got hit actually really hard.
Yeah. I did fine. The drive back from Massachusetts was a little iffy at times, but I got back safely yesterday, and I've been recovering ever since. But, you know, driving in the snow, I'm getting more and more comfortable with it. You just don't go fast. That's all I've learned, is just don't go fast.
The way I've been told to drive in the snow, in a way that Southerners would explain, is imagine your grandma is sitting in the back seat of your car in her Sunday clothes, holding an open pot of gravy in her lap. and there you go. Just drive like that.
Yes.
I don't drive like that typically.
Did the bad weather reset the COVID cough? No, I have not. And Glamvoy has super chatted $2 as well. Well, thank you. Do you guys want me to be in first person for that? Let me know.
I hate switching. I despise. Shit. Damn it. Ah. I think this would be a much more enjoyable experience if I could, actually enjoy the experience with more than a handful of frames. Yes, I agree.
Well, I classify as a precision railroad. I don't know.
Just for reference, Angry. When I said that, your mic peeked in, and all I hear is the twang of the guitar from your music. I don't know why I found that so funny, but it was funny.
Well, yeah, from a pro, go slow and smooth. Yes, JSJ would know. All right, so let's see how.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Question for you, Dr. Professor Ragtimer.
Yes.
You know what? I'm not even going to ask it because there's no point in asking. I know the answer already. I was going to ask you if you would feel comfortable switching out mixed in Silva cars, but I know you don't want to. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get this stuff put away. Exactly. If you feel like it's going to be unsafe on the roads, don't drive on the roads and just go slow at all times, and you should be okay. Okay. Speaking of, we are arriving at the Kirk of the Land. So we'll drop off all our hoppers.
Hopper? I barely know her.
Yeah. Yes. And I am on a clear track. That's good. Now, thankfully, I don't have the longest train, so I'll actually fit in the siding and it won't be a major problemo. So that's good. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring this to a halt, which should also give us some more money. And that's another $1,400. So how many customers does the Suffer and Southern have? Probably too many. That's the easiest way to put it.
I mean, direct or with all of our subsidiaries?
Yes.
Because once we start counting subsidiaries, since
Oh, we have
already
so many
established
companies,
every
yes.
other major, we have so many shell companies. I mean,
Yes.
legitimate business transactions.
Okay, let's see if I fit on this track with 2 engines. I think I might be able to, but we shall see. All right, come on. Come on. Ooh, it's going to be close. It's going to be real close. Oh, we're in. We're good. Okay. So let's go around.
Now bring it around town.
Okay. So as we go around here, I think the thing that's going to make the most... Oh, fucking caboose. Wait, no, that caboose is on the safe
Here?
track. We're good. We're good. We are safe.
Oh, are you talking about the Love Shack?
Yeah, I forgot the Love Shack was on a separate track.
Yeah, it's on the Love track. The Love Shack goes on the Love track.
Yes. As is tradition.
Yes.
And Thorn, good to have you here. We're doing good over here.
I hope that stops.
What stops? The train?
I just kind of kicked a cut in the general direction of the hill. On the other side of the mill,
Oh.
and I applied 2 handbrakes. I hope it stops.
Okay. And Glamboy, thanks for joining us. We'll see you later. Okay.
Stop it.
I think what's going to make the most sense is we're going to plop... Oh, screw you, you dirty bitch.
I have a name.
Not you. I think I'm going to use... Oh, this engine has very little water in it. Well, number one, let's put you like there. Because I would normally run you to do a thing for me, but you have like no water.
And whose fault is that?
Your mom's.
She would never leave number 1 with no water.
Oh, come on, you bitch.
Please Let me apply a handbrake so you don't roll back out into the main. Okay.
Look at all those cars getting delivered and all the money we're gonna have. This is good.
Das ist gut, ja. Oh boy. I am very close to delivering all the cars out of that first cut that I brought up here.
That's good.
However,
However,
I still have a bunch of other cars that I have to move out of the way. See, what's really annoying is when you have a cut of cars that are all the same thing, but going to completely and totally separate interchanges
yes.
mixed in with each other.
And Mighty Titan Class, thank you for the $2 saying when this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some. Oh boy. And yes, the General is going nuts at the mill. That is correct. That is an accurate statement.
The nuts go with the banana split.
I'm sorry, what goes with your nuts?
The banana split. The nuts go on the banana split.
Oh boy.
Or I'm going nuts on the banana split. I can't tell which.
Either way, bad things are happening for General.
I'm straight up not having a good time. Ah, piece of lovely rail infrastructure.
Okay, so that's watering because that needs some fuel.
My conductor's apparently not paying close attention to what cars actually need to get pulled out.
Are you saying that you have a conductor?
Yes, I'm conducting myself poorly.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but still.
I am currently switching to the beat of my own drum, and he can't keep tempo for shit.
Yes. Okay, well, if I don't want to dump this train, so I'm not going to. Close that angle cock.
So the good thing about me slinging that string of cars, and oh shit!
I'm waiting to see the damage. What did you do, General?
So what I was going to say is the good thing about me slinging those cars in the general direction, and I didn't know where they stopped, was I should have plenty of room to kick these other cars towards them. I didn't. I did not have enough room to kick those cars.
Nice.
I stopped about 6 inches short of a horrendous collision where the back end of that car was not clearing the switch.
Okay. How much work do you think you'll have at the steel mill? A lot. That's not even a question. How much? Yes.
The steel mill is a lot.
Yes. And I will try to help you at some point. It may or may not be on this stream tonight.
That is perfectly fine. I have no delusions of grandeur right now.
Wait, you're saying you're delusional? I knew it.
I'm not delusional. I'm Napoleon.
See, he's perfectly fine, folks.
Railroaders are the craziest of people.
Oh boy, now he's going all Jerry Colonna on us. He's totally lost it. Did they get the Back to the Future? Yes, we did. We absolutely got the Back to the Future reference. I've seen the train from that. That's down at Universal Studios, Florida.
Ah. You talking about the one that they dressed up like the time machine?
Yes, I did. How many cars can be spotted at the mill? Not enough.
Well, considering I brought 25 up here, and I have been maneuvering an additional somewhere between 40 and 60 cars.
Nice.
Yes. I'm currently handling multi-million-dollar operations for a 5-cent company.
Yes.
They pay their workers in steel pennies.
Okay, we're going to get this car. We're going to shove down the hill. Head back to Whittier, get the rest of the cars, spin the engines around, and then off we go into the Wild Blue Yonder.
Oh, you have to go back to Whittier?
Yeah, I'm getting the rest of the interchange cars. And then we're going to haul to the interchange.
You brought them with you to,
No, I didn't.
I thought you brought them with you to Ella.
And Mike Love, all of our cars have been delivered to the steel mill. It just needs to be then switched into the steel mill from there.
That is the inherent problem, is the switching bit.
No, the switching bitch. You have a name.
I am... No, that's a title. A title that was bequeathed to me.
All right, time to back the big train up. Because now we have 26 cars at almost 3,000 ton. And Solaris asked a good question, everyone. Are you subscribed to Angry Rag Timer? Because you should. If you know it's good for you. No. Okay, let's go ahead. Switch on to the big train.
Get in the hole, you piece of garbage.
Okay. All right, let's make sure my switches are reset. And now we're good. But now we back the big train up. And I am on the car right there. And good times will be had by all.
Let the good times roll.
When are we going up Red Marble? We are
No.
not. We are absolutely not.
We're not going up the hill.
And we're not going down that hill either. We're only going to go to Alarka. That's as far as we'd go, and we'll probably have to turn off some industries to do that.
Yeah, because I'm going to be honest, with just what we got, we're already
Maxed out.
slightly, yeah.
Yes, and while it is a good show, good take. And they did have a train movie or a train at part. There was a part of that. There were trains in it at one point. Yeah.
I distinctly remember there being a scene where
A penguin and Gromit.
Gromit was frantically laying down model train track.
Yes.
That's how you need to start moving whenever you're building your layout, by the way.
Yep. Oh, that train came by fast.
What's that? I may or may not be doing some aggressive switching up here.
He's just switching up there. Menacingly!
I am maybe not menacingly, but I am being a general menace to all the staff at the steel mill right now.
You heard it here first, folks. General's the general menace.
Oh!
Let me up, let me up, let me up. All right, now we back up to get the rest of our cars.
Oh, you missed out last night, by the way, Angry.
Oh?
So before you got back to us, I was showing Midland where that little ferry mead locomotive is currently living at, and he was we were having vigorous discussions about the state of their trackage and general operations down there.
General operations, you say?
I'll put it this way, there was VB long necks going on mixing with steam trains.
General, why on earth are you talking about that goddamn abomination?
Oh hey, speak of the devil. Because I thought it was funny.
That train was Australia in train form.
Well, I mean, it was in Australia. And to be fair, the locomotive was American.
I'll show you something that's American.
So, when the fireman has an open bottle of beer while he's going to hand throw a switch that has no locking mechanism whatsoever beyond a C-clamp.
Yeah. Good for 40.
No!
Yes. And trust me, Solaris, we're all looking forward to COS whenever it does come out.
I need to
Between now and later.
I need to do.
And I
some
didn't even
desperate
harass
work.
Heis about it when I saw him. It was not like, when's game?
Ah,
You know.
sounds like a missed opportunity, in my opinion.
It sounds like Angry was being polite, which is honestly kind of...
It's probably the best way to handle it.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
So, win game. Oh, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. When tweetsy, General. When tweetsy.
When I win the lottery. I'm on step 1 of a 2-step program, okay? Actually, it's closer to like a 4 or 5-step program. Step 1, win the lottery. Step 2, collect winnings. Step 3, build the tweetsy. Step 4, question mark. Step 5, profit.
All right.
Duh. There's so many interchange cars. Holy crap. Okay. Hi, Midland.
Hello. I don't know how much longer you're going, but I will cause passenger train to happen in whatever time is left.
We need money. Run the train.
Ah, my frames.
Remember, it's not me causing
I think
that.
the big train is here.
It's General's fault.
It's not me who's
I
out of
blame-
touch. The children. It's the children.
who are wrong.
Yes.
Where am I? Why am I? How am I?
How are you?
Awake. I found out while at work that we were having a 2-hour delay tomorrow at work.
Nice.
Yeah, they've already called school down here, I think, again tomorrow.
Because shit be cold.
Yeah.
Yar, it be
do
a
cold.
cold time in Dar Hills.
Yar, it'd be colder than a witch's titty.
Stop talking about my titties like that.
A completely full passenger train is on its way.
Yes.
Wonderful.
But why male models? Oh, I should probably slow down. Yeah, I really need to slow down.
Are you failing to do so?
I'm about to slam into another train at about 25 miles an hour. Let's see what happens.
Is that other train?
I'd rather
me?
you. Are you talking? Is 5 at the head end?
5's not the end. It's about to hit.
Okay, then it's fine.
Oh, he's about. Oh, I see what. Okay, I'm watching. Yeah. Okay. General, you're fine.
I'm trusting my baby to you. Don't bring it back scratched. I want it. She takes premium, dude.
Premium.
Meanwhile, my truck is flex fuel. You can pretty much put anything in it except diesel.
Diesel nuts.
You know.
Oh!
I ran across flex fuel for the first time in North Carolina. This was a while back, and I was confused as to what it was. And allegedly, I think my truck can take it, but I don't want to risk it.
Yeah. I still put 87 in my truck, but it's just one of those things. Like in a pinch, it's nice to know.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I think any vehicle that's like 2009 or newer is supposed to be able to use it.
Yeah.
But if you don't know, it's better not to risk your car because it's like 15% ethanol.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, it's more ethanol. It has a lot higher ethanol content.
Yeah.
And supposedly cars do perform a little worse on it.
I can imagine.
But it tends to be cheaper. So
I'll show you something that's cheaper. It's me.
Speaking of cheap, but in a good way because it allows you to have fun. Don't you have a musical performance for a reasonable price?
Sir, I have already promoted my own thing. Please make sure to watch the past
He's
stream.
plugged the show.
Please also don't ask about Amherst that already has been covered on this channel. You stupid hoe.
I'm sorry, I've been at work.
Imagine working
At
I say
night.
as I come off of my work. Yes. I gotta say, this working for a living thing kind of sucks.
Yeah, can we just get money from the government and then play with trains?
Yeah, I would prefer that actually. What if hauling and railroader translated to real life money?
That would be nice.
Oh, I have a question for you, Angry. I've been thinking.
Go on.
God.
You know what would be really cool on your Garden Railroad?
What?
Interactive industries.
Like you hit a button and things happen, or
Like, yeah, well, like imagine you have a job to haul a string of empties up to the coal mine, right? And then you can go get your hoppers loaded with coal or iron ore or whatever. Then you can take them and you can dump them somewhere else.
And Solaris, thank you for
Think
the
about
$5. But and red marbles all the way, and also no first person. Good. All right, 43 cars, about 5,000
marble?
tons. No, absolutely not.
What?
Red Marble mentions it's like we're going. What? We've altered
Marble.
the deal.
A chew?
Panic. Okay,
Why are we panicking?
don't worry about it. Switch was not thrown. Switch was not thrown.
And that wasn't me.
Where was the switch?
In the yard.
What
I
yard?
mean, you're gonna highball through the yard?
The steel mill. I'm currently up here being switch bitch for the steel mill, by the way.
Everyone loves when he's the switch bitch.
Yes, because that means they get to watch their favorite YouTuber run
Heist.
actual.
Yes.
Yes, run actual freight.
Look at us running the freight train. Look at us running the freight train. Look at us running the freight train and making actual money, unlike the passenger train.
Hey, it's funny you mentioned that. That was that other video I posted in the place. It's related to Amtrak. Well, it's about the California Zephyr and the Rio Grande Zephyr. It's actually a very interesting video.
Yeah. I have to watch that video.
I know about that video. That
Yes.
is an interesting video.
Also, I think I just heard something sounded like a passenger train. It is a passenger train.
And why are we not talking about wood-fired pizza in the chat? Now you're making me hungry. Although I just had dinner before I popped on.
Idea. Wood-fired pizza in a wood-fired locomotive.
But why?
Why not? Double duty. I mean, you think about it. Crews cook their breakfast in their locomotives all the time, right?
Yes.
This just seems like it has extra steps.
I mean, kind of. But not really. Do it in the smoke box while you're running.
Hold on, we need to test this. Does anyone have the contact information for Dan Markov?
Just install it in the smoke box. Just mine the blast pipe.
No, don't even put it in that. Just make it like, make it small enough to fit on a pizza spatula into the firebox.
We are not K37 kitchen.
I'm just thinking it'd be funny to put it into the actual smoke box, and like if you arranged it above, like in the smoke box, but accidentally put it above the blast pipe, you just go to take off and the pizza comes flying out the top.
I want to see a slice of pizza shoot out the stack and explode midair.
That'd be funny.
Okay, now the question is, where is Midland 1072 Productions?
He's currently at the steel mill. I can hear him slowly chuffing away from the station.
Oh, but he has a red signal.
Yeah, because the switch on the passing siding is lying against me. We're going to fix that.
Well, he may want to stay there with a red because the big train is moving past Ela.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay.
I am a fast freight.
I was gonna say that's the question: is which takes priority on this railroad, freight or passenger?
What do you think? Also, what the hell are you doing with that big ass train?
Don't worry about it.
Jesus Christ! What are you doing at the fucking steel mill?
Don't worry. Remember the 40
pain and suffering, apparently.
Remember the 40-odd cars I mentioned I had been shoving around up here?
That makes me hurt my brain hole.
Yeah, these are the 40-odd cars in question that I am shoving down the hill out of my way because they all need to go to the interchange.
Fine. Angry, I will hold at Gov Island. However, you're line for the passing siding. Use that
There's so many cars down here.
Use that information for what you will.
Angry,
General, I will help you as soon as I get this stuff to Epps Springs.
I was gonna ask, do you want to try to take some of the Epps Springs cars?
You don't have it switched out.
I don't, but I can try to do it on the fly.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
I will grab the number one afterwards, and I will help you with that problem you've created.
It's not a problem I created. It's a problem I've inherited.
Well, either way.
See, Angry, I will give you a slight bit of criticism because you had a missed opportunity at the steaming tender where that note was, because you could have added another note that said A number 1 to Saltillo on the 19th.
Midland, I'm not a fucking foamer. Like you are.
I mean, you could be. You work for a railroad.
I am not a foamer if I work for one. I am a foamer-tolerant person.
You've become immunized to the foam disease.
Yes.
That's just exposure therapy at that point.
Wait, who was exposing to what?
You working for the railroad is just exposure therapy for your foamer.
Am
I wrong?
Maybe. Maybe.
Alright, this is just gonna block all lanes into the yard here. I don't care. I don't think I'm creeping out onto the main.
Okay. The general demands work. No, the general has plenty to work. The general demands a sacrifice. I think if we sacrifice Midland.
I demand a reprieve.
Oh boy,
from
my
the steel
frames
mill.
my frames are dropping.
Hi. Oh, I did kind of come a little close to the main line there. Hi, how you doing?
Guys, it's General and his train of fuckery. Look,
Yes,
it's the banana hammock or whatever the hell we're calling this.
The banana split.
The banana split. Look at all those chickens.
Yes. Behold my empire, gaze upon its glory and weep.
Well, we'll help him out with that in just a second here, folks. Look at all them chickens.
Oh boy. Alright, what's the next string I want to take? Your whistle sounds like pain and suffering right
Wow,
now.
fuck you, Midland, for not responding back to me. Wow. Loser.
Sorry, I had to do something real quick. That was away from my computer.
Imagine having to go away from your computer.
Yes. Stupid blue
I
train.
don't know how I'm gonna fit these. I can't physically fit these into the mill. Why do they order more cars than they can physically fit in the mill?
The mill.
Take up all the yard space?
Clearly.
I will help you with A number 1 in just a little bit. We'll see you soon, number
Okay.
1. My beloved. How's your tender? Still fucked? And it's
What'd you
good.
do to its tender?
I had a tender moment with it.
You held it tenderly?
Yes.
Put your head on my shoulder. Now I can maybe possibly allegedly start switching some of this other stuff. Alright, what is this? What is it? What are you? Why are you? Why? Why? Okay, I'm coming for this center string.
You're playing with the center string?
What?
What? Okay, I should be lined straight to the yard. And I'm just going to go straight for the interchange because I think that makes the most sense. Yes. That will be the plan.
Yeah, it is a lag fest right now.
Okay. Hopefully I don't hit a switch at a bad place. Oh, God.
What?
Did someone just try to throw a switch under me?
No.
No. What just derailed? What just derailed?
The big train.
Why did the big train derail?
Were you going into Bryson at 40?
I was going straight through a switch. I don't know why it...
Ugh.
Who threw the switch under me?
I didn't. I promise you, I've been over here struggling to connect to a string of hoppers, so I cannot.
Having a lag fest McGee trying to get away from the steel mill.
See what condition this engine. 16%. Oh, that's not good.
Wait, what?
Also, Angry, you're on the track I came out of. It doesn't, on my screen, it doesn't look like any switches are lined improperly.
Wait, what engine's at 16%?
I'm sending it to the
What'd you do to
roundhouse
my
to get
baby?
fixed.
What'd you do to my baby? Where is it? Where is she? Where is she? No, my body! No! No, you can't, Cornelius. No.
I'm taking her to crew, a fine place for sick engines.
My poor train.
This was all Midland's fault.
How is it my fault?
Oh. No. My day is ruined. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. It's so brown. Why?
The question is, though, what can brown do for you?
What can brown do for you? Even the tender said 16%. You can't. No. I let you have her for 30 minutes. I let you borrow my locomotive for 30 minutes, and this is what you do.
Look, I think someone needs to calm down and realize that shit happens. And when it does, it usually happens to Ragtimer.
Involving the one locomotive on this railroad, which I love.
Maybe.
That is my locomotive, my personal precious locomotive, and you just destroyed it.
Guys, I think General needs to go to therapy or something for his current anachronisms. It's a little weird.
My current anachronisms?
Yes.
I can tell you what I do need.
Beer?
Possibly. Water, more than likely, because I feel like I'm turning into a prune.
But the diesels don't need water.
You're right, the diesels don't need water. But the engineer kind of does. So I'll be right back as I watch you slink number 5 into the... Did you just smack it into the bumper?
No?
Why did it bounce? You wrecked my locomotive, and then you run it into the bumper.
I was going to highball in the yard.
Never letting you borrow my locomotive again.
Well, it's now in a spot where it's going to get the love and attention it deserves, and
Going into a farm upstate.
yeah, now we're good. All right. Let's go get another engine and run it.
Can 10 handle the rest of that? Actually, I didn't even look. What state is 10 in? 87%. Okay.
It'll handle the big train on flat track.
Okay. Alright, I'll be right back.
Yes, maybe the points are haunted. Yeah, we got all the cars we need. We're good. We got plenty of water. We got plenty of coal. Everything's going to be fine. We have no hot boxes on the engine. It's just doing what it was built to do. Hauling big trains over a big track. Okay. No, Grim Reaper, we're not doing that.
All right, I'm back. Have you learned how to drive a train yet?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right, I'm going to resume switching this absolute gigantic ass load of cars over here.
Yes.
That's, how much is that?
About tree fitty.
God damn it, Loch Ness Monster.
So wait, the 5 got damaged, but the 10 survived.
Yeah, 10 was fine. Bazinga.
Because the 5 was the proverbial crumple zone in the impact. My poor locomotive. You know, in retrospect, I kind of set that up, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of did.
Because I was like, remember, that's the one locomotive I cherish and adore. Crumple.
Angry will remember this.
You just wad it up like a piece of used tinfoil. Alright, so it made it up the hill with 25 cars. Let's see if I can do it with 43.
No.
Notch 8, don't be late. Come on, you can do it. Oh, oh. The answer is yes. Yes, it can.
Well then.
Yes. All right. Well, we're almost to the interchange. Probably once we drop off that train. Wow, we've already been streaming for 3 hours. So we'll probably call it here for tonight. Once we get everything pulled in. We will plan on streaming another night or two this week. Thankfully, I'm not doing any crazy travel, so maybe able to do a little bit more. I'm also thinking we might do another stream in another game, maybe some Derail Valley, or maybe, just maybe we'll do a night in Cabbage or Fast Food Simulator or something. We'll kind of play it by ear.
That'd be fun. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, be good to break up the monotony a little bit, because trains
Trains.
are dumb. Trains are the worst.
Next time you see one of these,
bees,
train.
thousands and thousands of bees.
Bees. All just buzzing around in there.
Yep.
Uh-oh. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that.
What, did you anger the bees?
Apparently. I slowed down because I thought I was over the crest of the hill. And I started to come into the unload point. And I am now doing 1 mile an hour. Essentially, yeah. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
Okay. Okay, my switches are set. There's no big train problems.
Take that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. No, you don't. No.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
Stop. 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 Please. Stop. Stop. Stop rolling down the hill. Stop rolling down the hill. Stop it.
How about no?
Papa, yes. Old school rail productions, how many bees would it take to fire up the big boy? Thousands and thousands of bees. All just swarming around in there.
I get the feeling that
Actually,
that would single-handedly cause the bees to go extinct.
I don't know, because so bees can heat up. They like vibrate and heat up, right?
Go on.
What is the thermal? How many bees would it take to produce enough thermal energy?
Bee?
Yeah, how many
How many
bees does it take
BTUs?
how many BTUs are there in bees? Who has the BTU to bee conversion? Because don't bees like swarm intruders and like basically fry them?
Maybe.
Kind of.
Fricasseum?
Fricassean rabbit?
Yes, fricassean rabbit. Wabbit. Wabbit season.
Quack season.
Elmer season.
Da 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 da.
Duck season.
Your mom's season.
D's nuts season.
Whoa! You're gonna season these nuts? Wait, what?
These nuts are now the property of the U.S. government.
These nuts are the property of the East Broad Top Railroad and Coal Company.
Is that what you signed over in your contract?
Yes. I no longer have balls because of the broad top. A whole hive of bees can make 68 to 135 BTUs an hour.
A whole hive.
A whole hive.
We need a lot more than
So how many hives do we need?
Yeah, with that information, someone do the math on how many hives of bees do we need to fire a big boy?
from cold until ready, so 9 hours worth of bees.
9 hours worth of bees. How many BTU does it take to fire up a big boy anyways?
Someone has the tism to know the answer.
So, someone somewhere knows the answer to this.
I will say we did get some potentially good news. That nor'easter may stay off the coast.
Snowflakes.
Get it.
Thousands and thousands of snowflakes just flying around up there.
For some reason, they say that will stay off the coast, right?
Yeah.
But they also said the last one was going to absolutely positively nail us, and it didn't. So probably now that they're saying this next one won't be so bad, it's going to dump like 12 feet of snow on us.
See, General, you say that. It didn't nail you.
It nailed your mom.
You're right. It didn't nail me, but by extension, since, I am the most important one here, that means...
You heard it here, folks. He's looking for himself in the mirror because he's the problem.
I am the problem.
If you're going to be
That's
the problem,
me in the
be
corner.
The whole problem.
Yes. That's me in the corner.
You may be wondering how I got here.
The answer may
That's
surprise
me
you.
in the spotlight looking for my snow shovel.
Okay, let's get this coaling tower car to the coaling tower, and then we will apply the makeup.
To the pig or...
Yes, the pig is going to run into you holding a giant makeup bag, and then by magic, you will turn into a pretty princess.
Is the pig greased?
Why wouldn't it be?
Wonderful point. Okay.
Grim Reaper is asking if General is off crying in the corner.
No, I've been here for a minute.
Crying on the couch. Surrounded by the bees. Thousands and
Surrounded by the
thousands
bees.
of bees. All just flying around in there.
You see, you guys have to spend all that money on electricity and gas heating your home in the winter. I just have bees.
By the way, we have some math. 9,000 BTUs a pound climbing Sherman Hill. That's a lot of bees.
That's a lot of bees.
So 1 ton is equal to 30 million BTUs.
Okay. So we're getting the bee math on this.
Yes. This is why the stream's still going. We need the B math.
I need
the bee math.
we must be close to the bee math.
Oh, hey. I went this way. Oh, well.
What?
Oh, this could go poorly.
Did you go a bad track?
Yeah, I'm highballing through the yard in the truest sense of the word.
So 504 million BTU to make Sherman Hill.
504 million to make Sherman Hill.
And how many was a
Bees.
beehive?
Like 68 to 135 BTUs per hour.
Let's just say 100 BTUs an hour from one beehive. Divided by 50 million. 504 million, sorry.
I shouldn't be going over this switch at 30.
Hold on. Old Skill Rail for Production says they got it, I think. But I don't know. Who can get the math first?
201 full hives per ton of coal.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
This is the content you're here for.
Yes, we're not here for the trades. We're here for bee math.
Bees. It's time for everyone's favorite section, bee math.
When Ragtimer brings out the bee math, you know it's lit.
So that is a beehive going to be an official unit of efficiency now?
It should be.
so here's a fun fact. It was 201 beehives per ton, right?
Yeah.
There's over 100 million managed beehives globally.
So more bees than there are in the entire world to produce enough BTUs.
To fire a big boy over Sherman Hill, you would have to very significantly have to decrease the bee population.
This will affect the bee population.
What if it's just hornets or wasps, like the bad bees?
Someone pull up the hornet,
Yeah, we're
the
on
hornet to
now.
bee, the hornet to bee conversion, please.
Yes, we need this math.
What's the exchange rate for hornets to bees?
What about ground hornets? They're on it. They're finding the math out, folks.
What about like carpenter bees? Not like honeybees? I'm assuming that's supposed to be like honeybees, not like bumblebees or carpenter bees. Because carpenter bees and bumblebees are much bigger, right? So maybe they'd have more BTU
Theoretically.
per bee? So what I'm hearing is we need to genetically breed a specific type of bee for maximum BTU.
BTU.
Yes, a BTU. How did we even get on this?
Simple. Bees. Thousands and thousands of bees.
Thousands of bees.
All right, now I just need to finish switching out these cars. Come on, shove the train back, you bitch.
I have a name.
You heard me.
BTU. That's so stupid.
General, I think we broke General, everyone.
I don't have enough sleep for this. I've been running on very little sleep all day.
Okay. And let's see what track we're doing on that track. Got it. Look, everyone loves the bee puns, and if you don't, then you need to be more attentive to what's going on in the stream.
Remember, kids, be positive.
Be yourself.
Be the best you can be.
Yes.
Be our guest.
Be kind. Be kind, be sweet, but most importantly, be ready to throw down at a moment's notice.
Yes.
Throw hands if you have to.
Yes. Apparently a
bees
wasp
got
does
hands.
not have a BTU rating.
Someone contact Yale University immediately. Someone contact Harvard or Yale. We need to have a study done on this immediately.
Yes.
I wonder if I could convince Clemson or USC to do a study on the BTU properties of wasps. The thermodynamic properties of
Why do I get the feeling that somebody did a study on using bees as insulation in a home?
They call those hives, Midland.
Well, you see, I see no downsides to it. Because honeybees are generally, non-aggressive. And as a bonus, you get free honey.
No, they don't like that app anymore. It supposedly steals your data.
Oh. It was too good to be true.
Markiplier warned us about this.
Yes, he did. It was foretold.
I don't think it'll steal your data. It will steal money from your favorite YouTubers.
Yes.
$27 of damage.
Yes. All right. Well, we got 12,000 in the bank. That should hopefully get us to the next interchange turnover and pay everybody who didn't get paid last time, and
Wait,
all that
we
fun
didn't
stuff.
make payroll?
Yeah, we didn't make
You're getting
payroll
paid?
yesterday.
You're getting paid? I just show up and they let me run trains.
Thousands and thousands of trains.
Yes.
But anyways, we'll end the stream here. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. We'll figure out another day to stream. Keep an eye on the Discord. Keep an eye on the YouTube channel and wherever else you watch this stuff to know what we do. So,
What the heck?
putting a Discord link in the chat now. Join us there. Otherwise, we'll join you another night for you to come and check out the fun of the Ragtimer. So, we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.